Hey everyone. Welcome back to the Soul Harmony channel. Hope you're all doing amazing today. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share.
A thick fog blankets Brinemoor, its tendrils creeping through the deserted streets of the isolated coastal town. Weathered buildings stand as silent witnesses, their faded facades hinting at untold stories hidden beneath the mist. The heavy fog blurs the line between sea and sky, creating a sense of eerie isolation and foreboding. An unsettling stillness hangs in the air, broken only by the distant cry of gulls swallowed by the impenetrable fog. The pervasive fog seems to seep into every corner of Brinemoor, deepening the town's haunting mystery. Jonas Vale, a weary detective, stands amidst the disarray of his apartment, haunted by unsolved mysteries. His gaze is fixed on a corkboard, a chaotic web of missing faces staring back at him. Photos of the missing overlap, each face eerily similar, connected by a web of red strings. The red strings reveal a disturbing pattern, a silent testament to disappearances unnoticed by others. He alone remembers them, their forgotten lives, etched into the lines of his weary face. Jonas steps into Brinemoor Library, a stone fortress perched on cliffs, where silence reigns amid haphazardly scattered books. Eerie reading lamps flicker, casting long, dancing shadows across the disordered shelves and tables. Outside, a thick fog obscures the stained glass windows, dimming the already faint light. The library stands in ominous stillness, a sanctuary of forgotten knowledge shrouded in mist. Jonas walks into the Brinemoor Library, dwarfed by towering shelves and the heavy scent of aged paper. "Miss Gray? Eleanor?" Jonas calls out, his voice echoing through the silent chamber. His words hang in the air, unanswered, save for the rustling whisper of unseen pages. A faint shh answers him from between the shelves, a mysterious reply in the hushed library. Jonas peers into the shadows, searching for the source of the sound. The library holding its breath. The archive room door creaks open, revealing a dimly lit space guarded by towering shelves, their secrets shrouded in shadow. Jonas steps into the archive, the air thick with the scent of aged paper and forgotten tales. A giant ledger rests on a pedestal, its presence commanding attention amidst the silent rows. The ledger's cover gleams ominously, emblazoned with the haunting title, The Book of Broken Names. He approaches cautiously, his fingers tracing the aged leather, a sense of foreboding gripping him. The pages reveal names, dates, and grim descriptions of the vanished townspeople, their fates sealed within. In the dim archive, Jonas fixates on Eleanor Gray's incomplete entry, cause of disappearance. His fingers stretch towards the aged book, the weight of untold stories heavy in the air. A chilling presence materializes behind him. Eleanor Gray is there, an ethereal figure, emerging from the shadows. Her pallid face unsettles the stillness of the room, a silent question hanging between them. In the dim archive room, Jonas halts, a sudden chill tracing its icy fingers down his spine. His eyes widen slightly as he locks eyes with Eleanor across the dimly lit space. Eleanor's gaze deepens, her expression unreadable as she confronts Jonas. A warning laced with chilling certainty hangs in the air as Eleanor speaks. "You shouldn't be reading that," Eleanor says, her words echoing softly in the silent room. Dust motes swirl in a beam of light, illuminating the archive room's gloom, where the scent of aged paper hangs heavy. Shelves packed with ancient tomes stretch into the darkness, hinting at forgotten knowledge and secrets. Eleanor's voice echoes in the archive. "I didn't disappear, Jonas. I was taken into the books." Her words paint a surreal image, blending reality with the mysteries hidden within the ancient texts. Eleanor reveals the library's dark secret. The library is alive, to become one of its stories. Dust dances in the gloom of the archive, illuminating rows of ancient, cracked books, their secrets long faded. The air hangs heavy, thick with the scent of aged paper and a faint metallic tang, hinting at hidden dangers. Jonas stares into the shadows, his voice a hushed whisper of disbelief and horror. "The books? Eat people?" Eleanor emerges from the darkness, her eyes reflecting centuries of sorrow and resignation. "I tried to stop it," Eleanor confesses, her voice echoing in the stillness. "But the library punished me." A chilling acceptance settles over her. "I am the library's librarian now. Forever." Lights flicker wildly in the archive room, casting eerie shadows across the towering shelves, hinting at the chaos to come. Books are hurled from the shelves, spines cracking against the floor as pages rip free and swirl like a frenzied storm. Eleanor raises a hand, her face a mask of intense concentration amidst the pandemonium. With a sharp snap, the chaos halts. Books and pages freeze, suspended in an invisible web of her making. In the archive room, Jonas stares, disbelief carved into his face as he confronts Eleanor. Eleanor's hands tremble, a slow ooze of ink from her fingertips mirroring dark tears. The air hangs heavy, thick with the scent of aged paper and something ancient. "Jonas," his voice tight with dread, demands, You are controlling it? Eleanor's haunted eyes meet his, her voice a mere whisper. It's controlling me. The ancient power in the room pulses, binding them in a shared, terrifying fate. In the archive room, towering shelves loom, packed with ancient books and documents, hinting at forgotten secrets. Dust motes dance in the faint light, illuminating Jonas's grim face as he stares intensely into the heart of the archive. Jonas's voice cracks with resolve, a declaration hanging heavy in the air. We need to destroy this place. Burn it down. Eleanor's voice pierces the tension, a desperate plea echoing through the ancient halls. If you burn the library, Eleanor warns, her eyes locking with Jonas's, you burn everyone trapped inside. Eleanor's voice trembles as she reveals her hidden fate, including me. In the dim archive room, Jonas stands firm, his intense gaze unwavering as he focuses on Eleanor. Jonas's voice echoes, breaking the silence. Tell me how to free you. Eleanor responds, her voice tinged with ancient sorrow. There is one way. A chilling revelation hangs in the air, heavy with unspoken sacrifice. Someone must replace me, Eleanor says, her eyes reflecting the weight of her words. A new librarian, she whispers. The solution, a daunting prospect. Dust motes swirl in a beam of light, illuminating the silent archive room. Shelves overflow with ancient leather-bound tomes. Jonas's voice echoes through the room, the weight of the revelation heavy in his tone. You mean someone has to sacrifice themselves? Eleanor's expression is grave, the flickering light casting long shadows across her face as she confirms his fears. Yes, she says, her voice barely a whisper. A keeper to hold the Book of Broken Names. The air is thick with unspoken dread. To keep the library asleep, Eleanor finishes, the words hanging in the stillness. Dust motes swirl in a beam of light, illuminating the archive room's gloom. The air is thick with the scent of aged paper. A voice echoes in the stillness. Jonas Vale. Eleanor's expression is urgent, a plea in her eyes. Jonas, listen to me, she urges, her voice tight with desperation. She warns, if you don't accept the role, the library will take the whole town. The silence returns, heavy with the weight of her words. Dust motes swirl in a beam of light, illuminating the silent archive room. Shelves packed with ancient tomes disappear into shadow, holding untold secrets. Jonas's voice cuts through the quiet. If I do this, what happens to you? Eleanor's reply echoes softly. I'll finally be free. A sense of profound liberation hangs in the air, heavy with unspoken consequence. Books crawl like insects across the archive floor, an unnatural tide rising in the heart of the library. Shelves groan, buckling under the strain of unseen forces as the archive room threatens to collapse. Whispers intensify into a cacophony, a chorus of voices reaching a fever pitch. The weight of the impending decision etches itself onto Jonas's face, a mask of mounting pressure. In the dim archive, shadows dance as Jonas approaches the ancient Book of Broken Names. His fingers trace the worn leather, a silent connection forming in the stillness. The book pulses beneath his touch, a faint, rhythmic thrumming like a living heart. A soft light emanates from the book, illuminating Jonas's determined face. His eyes fix on the book, resolve hardening his features. A decision made. With a solemn nod, Jonas commits to the task ahead. I'll do it. In the archive room, Eleanor breathes, a visible tremor in her exhale, as if bracing for something profound. The ink on her skin begins to stir, rising like dark spirits released from their corporeal prison. Tendrils of ink twist and writhe in the air, an ethereal dance of shadow and light. The ink is drawn inexorably towards the ancient ledger, pulled by an unseen force. As the last trace of ink vanishes, Eleanor's eyes sharpen, a newfound clarity in their depths. Her form rematerializes, solid and real once more, standing resolute against the backdrop of the archive. In the archive room, Jonas feels the oppressive weight of towering shelves, their shadows pressing in on him. A sense of dissolution washes over him, his memories fading like whispers in the vastness. His voice becomes a distant echo, his identity slipping away like sand through his fingers. He struggles against the encroaching darkness, his eyes wide with a desperate plea. Eleanor's soft voice cuts through the oppressive silence. Jonas, thank you. The archive room breathes with the scent of old paper. Jonas stands still, dwarfed by towering shelves swallowed by shadows. The echo of a whisper lingers. Keeper of Forgotten lives. An ethereal light bathes the shelves nearest him, casting a gentle glow upon Jonas's face. His transformation is complete, a silent testament to unseen forces. Brinemoor awakens to a tranquil morning, the oppressive fog now a memory. The town basks in serene light, unaware of the darkness that once gripped it. A collective amnesia blankets Brinemoor. Jonas Vale and the disappearances are forgotten. Peace reigns, but the lingering unease hints at secrets buried beneath the surface. Eleanor Gray unlocks the doors, sunlight revealing the restored Brinemoor Library. Sunlight floods in, illuminating polished shelves and gleaming display cases. The library, once dilapidated, shines with new life and restored glory. The air is thick with the scent of old paper and the promise of new beginnings. A young boy approaches, curiosity sparkling in his eyes. "Miss Gray, who keeps the archives now?" the young boy asks, his voice echoing slightly. "In Brinemoor Library." Eleanor smiles sadly, a fleeting memory dancing in her eyes. "Oh, someone who's very good at remembering," she muses, her voice soft as the turning pages. She moves towards the archive room, its heavy oak door a silent sentinel of forgotten times. Sunlight streams through the tall windows, casting long shadows across the silent room. She pauses, a gentle greeting escaping her lips. "Good morning, Jonas." The air is still, filled with the scent of aged paper and untold stories. An ancient ledger rests open, its leather worn by time. "The Librarian of Broken" name's Jonas Vale is scrawled across the page. The ink writhes, reforming into the chilling words, "Forever watching." From the towering stacks, a voice echoes softly. "Good morning, Eleanor." The camera focuses on the book, a silent promise of Jonas's eternal watch.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share.